everyone. Welcome. I appreciate you joining me. I literally just came on to say hello, to thank you to everyone who has bought my book, How I Went from Sad to Glad, my simple four-step blueprint um, to transform your health, weight, and mindset to finally reach your goals with joy and ease. Also, I just published the audiobook. It is completely free on YouTube. If you'd rather not have the ebook or the paperback and you prefer to listen, or for those who can't read or have trouble reading or can't see very good, I have my friends here. Tessa, welcome. And we've got Carrie. Thank you. I appreciate you both being here. And I just really just came on to say hi because I had a few minutes between things I was doing. And I was like, I haven't seen my friends. I know I was on here with Katrina. Did you guys get a chance? I think you both were here for that. She has such an inspiring story. It was really fun talking with her, and I just knew we would get along and laugh a lot. And there's some like short clips from it I just put up. If you haven't had a chance to check out the whole thing, I think I have some, a few others that I want to put up too, of little clips from that. I have so many that I want to do, but it's hard to, do the live and then to go back and like watch and get to those parts. The Restream actually does some for me, but I was telling Katrina, the ones that they do, they actually come focus right on my face but have the guest talking, and I'm like, I don't want to see my face while the guest is talking. I want to see the guest talking. And I think it's like a glitch in the program, so I have to like manually go out and edit them. Anyway, enough rambling about that. How are you guys? What have you been up to? Tessa, how have you been? Carrie, what's been going on? Everything good in your life? What, any new fruits or adventures or anything you want to talk about? Let me let's see. What am I doing here? Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, here's the little thing that invites guests. You're welcome to come up and talk, or talk in the chat. I'm also streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So hello, Facebook friends, if you're here. Sometimes the messages from Facebook don't pop up, so please don't be mad. Actually, I can probably look at it on the phone, but I don't know where my phone is right now. Where's my phone? Oh, I bet I left it in the kitchen. It was in there with the cat. Well, maybe I'll go get it in a few minutes, but Carrie is getting ready for work. Oh, okay. Well, I said you can take off because you wanted to come on and talk with JJ. Just tell your boss. I'm sure they'll be okay with it. What do you think, Tessa? Do I have that kind of authority? Oh, it's 6:18 a.m. Wow, I'm glad we caught you. That's early. It is 4:18 here p.m. And Tessa, I gotta put this up. You tried durian. Have a good day at work, Carrie. Thank you for coming on. Okay, you tried durian. You have to tell us, what was it like. You have to tell me in the comments, or you have to come up and say. You're keeping us waiting. I'm waiting for this. The whole world that watches my YouTube is waiting. How was durian? So, excuse me. Here's what I've heard. I've heard some people love it. Some people like think it stinks, and then some people have said there's different kinds of durian, and sometimes it matters like what kind you get or where it's shipped from. Some people get it frozen. Okay, it's expensive. Yeah, I figured that. I haven't been able to find one, but people are telling me to go to like an Asian market, but I don't even know where one is right now. I'd have to look for it around here. I think it's kind of far away from me anyway, but I would drive just to try this fruit. As I see it, this looks like big pieces of, like, I don't know. What is the texture like? I need to watch some videos on durian. Let's see what she says here. $20 for a tiny piece. Oh my goodness. Oh, that place. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That place. Who was up here talking to you about that place? Oh my gosh, who was it? It was, I can't think of who was talking with us about that. But you enjoyed it? Oh, that's good. Is it sweet or is it not? Because Dawn used to watch this guy named Kevin from Raw Food Mastery who said it. I'm pretty sure it's the same fruit. Tasted like cheese. I know like we don't eat cheese, but like what cheese used to smell and taste like. But then some people said it's sweet, like creamy. Like at first it tasted like caramelized onions. But is it a? Oh, okay, so it's like a savory type fruit. Because people have like durian parties. Who was saying it like that? Why did I have to say that place? Because it was really expensive. Then it tastes. See, and then I hear custard. Like, what is this? Is this like one of those sweet and salty? Um, they have that kind of ice cream. Or was it cookie? Remember the salted caramel cookie? I think. Oh, it had to be. It's got to be a very. That's why people are probably hard to describe it, and why some people like it and some people don't, because it's kind of like one of those things, like an acquired taste. Like some people like beer, you know. Speaking of beer and hops, I've just ordered the Fix. You guys heard of this? Fix drops. It's like a mature hops flower extract. I have to post about it once I get it. We'll see what it's like. But it's supposed to be really good for the nervous system, the vagus nerve. Um, so it tasted like custard. Okay, because I'm liking this. Because what is it? The sapote. Did you tell me that you tried those? And isn't that the one that's like kind of like a custard or something? Like too, like chocolate? Or am I thinking I'm getting all my fruits mixed up? Let me just go back to my basic grapefruits and oranges that I have for lunch. I'm trying to get all fancy talking about fruit that I've never tried. I need to go visit that place where it has all this cool fruit. I'll just save my money since Tessa said I would have to pay $20 for a tiny piece of durian. Was it even like did they make you cut it, or did you get it? It was already cut for you. $20 for a piece of durian. But I mean, people pay that for like mixed drinks. Like there's like bars out here, even where I live that I've been to. I've never gotten a drink that costs that much, but they have them. Um, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you, Tessa. You have really like stepped out of your comfort zone. You should come up here when you have time, even if you don't today. But if you do, I'm going to put the link. But next time, you got to come tell us about your durian experience. Um, Definitely. Neo, do not kick that over. Neo's he gets, my cat gets very annoyed when I'm talking to the screen and not to him. I'm surprised he's not knocking everything off the desk. Remember when I interviewed the plant-based coaches? He was like, he came like, you could hear I was like, welcome to Amazing Transformations, everyone. All of a sudden it was like, you could hear things just knocking off my desk. But then he'll come sit like right behind me and then go to sleep eventually. He's over there scraping up the bed now, scratching the bed. So tomorrow I'm going to be interviewing Dr. Angela Crawford. She was a psychotherapist and psychologist for 25 years, and then she transitioned into a plant-based diet. Now she's like a certified food for life instructor, and she is an author of a new book called The Vegan Transformation. And she interviewed like over 300, I think it was 350 people. It's such a good book about their experience, and not as much focused on their health experience, but like their spiritual journey and their awakening and how it made them compassionate. It's really good. I read it because she sent me a copy, since I was going to be like a advanced copy, since she was going to be coming on. And so you guys should go check that out and check out the interview tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern time. I don't know how that's going to work out for Carrie because now I don't know how to do that time difference. Okay, it was 6 a.m. there when it's 4 a.m. here. So it's a lot of thinking, Tessa. Can you help me with the math? I don't know if you'll be able to make it, Carrie, but let's see. Okay, that's like 12 hours would be 6. So it's like 10 hours difference. Does that sound right? It's like how me and Sky, she's awesome, by the way. We're going to be doing one on I think it's May 26th. We had to reschedule our live. We're going to talk about what we've learned from raw food. I want to bounce around. I just want to tell you about this smoothie I had, but I'm going to go back to it. Oh, and Katrina, I think you guys saw the live with her. I'm trying to get better with sending emails out. Tessa, did you notice I sent an email right before Katrina was coming on? I'm like, I'm not really like, I feel like I was like not utilizing our email list as good as I should be, because I should be reminding everyone on email, because most people get email to their phone, and I'm just like, I forget because I'm posting on Facebook, TikTok, now I'm on Instagram, and then I'm trying to do YouTube, and I'm remembering to put all the posts on each one and then stories, and it's just all running away with me, and I'm like, I forgot the email for like a month. I need a assistant. Any one of those robots that people have now that they're walking around with. Because I certainly, I think I've sold like 50 books, so I'm not to the point where I'm at a millionaire status where I can hire someone else to help me with social media, right? I need to sell a little bit more. But I so appreciate those 50. You know, every sale that comes in when you're a new author, it's like I always refresh the KDP is the program I have to go on that I published the book on. And I'm like, oh my goodness, someone bought it. And Jane wrote me Jane wrote, I don't know, maybe it was Tessa Jane in disguise now. I think Jane messaged me that she wrote a review. And Dr. Angela actually wrote me a review. But Amazon is really weird with writing. If you write someone else a review in their book, they won't let you like cross review. It's so strange. And also I think Annie left a review, so the Amazon reviews really help. So I have like the book free on YouTube, but I figured in the comment I asked people if they really like it to put a review. But see, Amazon is kind of strange because you have to have spent $50 in the last year on Amazon, and I know some people are anti-Amazon, so that's unfortunate. That I was like that one time because Dawn orders everything under her account. So I went to review someone's book and it's like, you didn't spend enough money. I'm like, why do I have to spend money to be able to review someone's book? It's so weird. You got the email? Okay, awesome. And you can't math either? Nice. So I'm going to try to send at least one email out every 7 days because I always have stuff to say, but then I get so behind. I'm like, I posted all these posts and I don't want my email to be like 20,000 words long and then bore people and they'll shut it down. So, hey, I'm a work in progress, right? Well, I'm so excited that Carrie got to come in before work, and we haven't decided yet if she's going to take off work and try to want me to write you a note. Vegan Knowledge JJ said, no work today. It is national. You have to watch YouTube instead of work day. I hope everyone can have the day off. Luckily, people over here, I guess where I am on the East Coast, are probably getting off work if they did work, but it's Sunday, so many people probably aren't at work. I wonder if I'm missing any Facebook comments. Is anyone here on Facebook? Or we YouTube? Yeah, I can tell. Oh, yeah, you guys have, like, on my end, I can see the little YouTube thing. So maybe it puts Facebook people up. Where are my Facebook friends? They're not commenting. I was like only 600 friends or subscribers or something like that here. But I've been on Facebook since 2009. Where are they at? I'm just playing. They didn't realize they could take off work to watch. But I just wanted to see how everyone was doing and just say hi. don't have many days like this because I have to work. So when I have off, I just wanted to tell everyone hello and tell you about the upcoming live streams, tell you I'm going to be sending out emails, tell you I'm going to be sharing. um, what I've decided to do is like little clips out of the book of like certain sections. I figured I was coming online and reading, but this way I can just, screen record parts of it. And that way, if someone doesn't have time to hear the whole thing, I can get like the important, like juicy parts out. Maybe juicy. I figured that would sound like a fruit. So lately I just, been eating my normal salad. But last night I decided it was weird because I actually forgot to put walnuts in my smoothie, and I put like dates and bananas in the food processor. I think I was just tired or whatever, and I forgot to put the walnuts in. And I didn't even put the almond milk in, and I just like smashed it up, and I was about to eat it, and I'm like, this is strange. I forgot the milk, so I put milk over it because I didn't feel like I had already like put soap and water in the thing, so I just had already poured it out, and I was like, this is so thick. But I started eating it and poured milk over it, and I'm like, this is really good. It almost tasted like some kind of cereal. I bet tonight when I put the walnuts in it, it's going to be good. Or might do it without the walnuts. It tasted like some kind of like dessert, like a bread pudding. I don't know. It was strange. So it's interesting when you can come up with these little things over time that you like. I thought I liked the banana, walnut, and almond milk smoothie, but now, and dates, I'm just going to stick with the dates and the bananas. I'll try that again tonight. And then the same, I've been really thinking about doing all fruit for a while, but I still want to keep a little bit of like lettuce in there, I think, for like minerals for a little while. But I'm really getting close to that. I'm feeling called the closer it gets to nice out, like the fruitarian thing. Maybe when I grow up, I'll be a fruitarian. Fruit only. I've thought about these mono diets too, just to like cleanse out. But I also believe in a lot of the stuff I learned about just listening, to the body and keeping it balanced, and just getting a nice, well-rounded, not pushing the body to anything. I feel like the least amount of stress we can put on our body, the better. But we do need to kind of get out of our comfort zone and grow. That's how we build muscle. So, but also not to overstress it. Like it's that fine line. Like if my body feels like it needs to cleansing, then I'll drink more water or I'll eat mono fruit. I've been really just wanting to eat grapefruit a lot in the daytime, like just having grapefruit for lunch. And I don't usually eat all day, but I've been wanting a grapefruit. Well, I say all day, but it's like 4:30 right now, and I haven't eaten anything yet. So I think my lunch comes when a lot of people's dinner usually is. Oh, Carrie, you're on YouTube? Okay. Yeah, I finally figured out how to see like the little YouTube box. Neo just laid down. I can feel him. He just laid behind me. He does it every live stream. And then at some point, Menu will ask for treats. Hey, buddy. You want to say hi to everybody? I can't pick him up. He'll get all scratchy. I didn't have too much I wanted to say. I just wanted to tell everyone that I am excited about everything going on. I'm excited about just being here on this kind of path to being learning of all this, like learning to be vegan. I feel like I've done so many of these like interviews with people, and I feel like I need to go back and I want to like share them, because I feel like after the interview, like it kind of gets lost in the whole pile of videos. So I'm still waiting for Carrie and Tessa. You both have to do an interview with me. I actually got Tessa to come click the link one time and talk to me, but I don't know now if she was here for me or Waffle. I'm going to get offended. She only came for Waffle. No, I think you came first that day. That was interesting, right? Oh, but yeah, and you tried durian. And Carrie, it's great to see you. Have a great day at work. Tessa, thank you for always popping on here. And oh yeah, it is. It is hard to think of what to say, because when I don't plan it, sometimes that's why I don't come on. So I'm like, I don't really know what to go into if I don't have like a list of things. And then sometimes it flows out, and then other times it's like I just want to say hi, right? And sometimes I don't click it because I'm like, I don't know what to say, but sometimes it will come to me. There's always stuff to talk about, but I love when you guys engage in the chat because it really helps me when I don't have a plan of like, oh, I wanted to talk about goals, and I don't want to always be the lady talking about goals, learning, action, discipline. I want to talk about just how you guys are, because I appreciate you being on here with me and not only just talk about me. Oh yeah, I know. I go through that sometimes, like where I do really good, and then I feel like I'm going in a different direction. But I think it's just part of the season. The fact that you're aware of it. I mean, there are people that go through life and don't. They're not as like they don't have a different awareness that they are trying to improve, but all you can do is enjoy it. But if you feel like it's affecting you in your if you're not feeling as energetic, or what is it that you feel when you eat too much vegan junk? I think sometimes I've went through that in this journey. I feel like my motivation is a little bit lower. Sometimes I feel a little grounded, like I'm okay, like I feel good. It's like, but over time that's going to add up, and it's going to bring down my it definitely brings up my weight. I know that for a fact, and I feel just on a different vibration when I'm eating a lot of whole food, especially high raw food. So I know that you are conscious of it, so if you want to just make little changes. That's all I would say to you. Don't overwhelm yourself, because you have to enjoy the food, but start to find a way to eat it in a whole food way that still gives you the same taste. That's what a lot of people do. Or what I did was just clear the heck out of everything and went raw. And that totally cleared my palate different times, even when I'm on the holidays. If I went back and eating a lot of cooked food, if I go raw, it's hard that first day. It's like, oh, I just want some salt, oil, or sugar. But then once you kind of get through that first, and try to like really get into it, that's what I have to do. Like I have to like fall in love with the raw food, and like just absorb myself in it, like get a bunch of new stuff and think about the way that I feel. I have to like watch a bunch of influencers that are raw and showing pictures of their food, and the guy eating watermelon, and like my new friend Bruce that I met online, he is like, when he eats watermelon, like literally he makes you want to eat it. Or I've seen people do that with like their smoothie bowls, but just find things you enjoy, like how I'm so into this smoothie right now. Like there are certain times in life where I would have never wanted that. I would have wanted a piece of bread with some jelly slobbed on it. Carrie, it's quite a problem. I can't get through work without pre-workout, which is a high dose of caffeine, which hurts my arthritis, which is why I need to eat whole food, plant-based, no oil, salt, sugar, and caffeine. And you'll get there. I know it. Just start very small. Try to figure out a good plan for you, because sometimes we try to like copy or imitate what other people are doing, and there's a certain amount of food that I feel we need where we are with our nutrient level. Sometimes it just might be that if you're eating no salt, oil, or sugar, that you're not getting enough of a certain nutrient. Like, does it feel like when you try to eat whole food, plant-based, the food doesn't taste good, or it's not as dense as you need it to be? What has like stopped you from doing that before? And like, you don't have to tell me right now, but maybe look into that and then try to tweak those things. Like, what things do you really like that you could add for like 3 days just to try it? Like, what do you love for breakfast when you do eat whole food, plant-based? And what is something that you can enjoy that has enough of the taste that you like? And find those things and just stick with that for a few days. and see if that could work out. There's so many good like I think also we think we have to come up with a new recipe every day, but like I'll get into a way where I'll like a certain smoothie. Let's say I'm eating all three meals. I'll eat a good smoothie that you like, maybe find something that fits you and struggle through that first couple of days and eat that for breakfast and then eat the other stuff. But try then add on lunch and then try adding on all one whole day of just whole food plant based. I just need to win the lotto. Yeah, yeah, I see. Well, I'm still bad with caffeine, it there's I've been thinking about there's some like transitional things that people have talked about too, like cacao, something like that, like adding that to a smoothie. But like you said, you have to be in a space where you can go without it. But have you tried whole food plant based and then trying to wean off the caffeine? Because I find that the way I eat goes along with my motivation for that too. Like, what if you just keep the caffeine but go into whole food plant based instead of trying to change everything all at once? Because yeah, if I was having to give up everything, like even when I went into raw vegan, I guess I wasn't completely raw because I was drinking cold tea, but at that time I thought, well, tea is cold, so it was raw. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, I didn't overthink it. Like, well, no, they're brewing the tea and this and that. But there's really good whole food plant based pancake recipes. I've seen that, and I've even seen people make raw. You ever seen this guy named Enzyme? I think his name is. Oh my gosh, I think his real name is well, I can't think of it, but his recipes, they're raw. He makes like all kinds of good stuff. Caffeine is a gateway drug. Yeah, it definitely is something that can be very addictive. And then you'll have people that tell you, well, coffee is a bean. It has like, health benefits, but the caffeine part of it is definitely bringing up our heart rate. Like you said, it's causing inflammation. I will say though, too, especially if you have arthritis, even if you're drinking the coffee and the caffeine, try to like double your water intake, because the dehydration, I mean, don't go, I don't want to tell you to like drown in water or anything, but like if you usually drink a cup of water, you should drink it before you drink your coffee and then afterwards, because it's very also dehydrating. And when we pull that water out of, even it gets into our joints and things like that. So I would definitely try to increase your water a little bit. Like you don't have to over hydrate, but definitely whatever you're drinking, double it up so that you can counteract that dehydration of the caffeine. Pancakes are 50% vegan butter. Are they pancakes, right? I wonder if you could use, like, I don't even know if oils are healthy. It always goes back and forth. I don't think they are, but some people do. So maybe like avocado oil, or is that what's in the vegan butter? Yeah, maybe try that. At least that might give you like the little bit of the ease of the arthritis to be able to, because you have to, like, sometimes you have to feel good to be motivated. I think that's what people don't quite understand, and that's one of the things that I decided to try this. I heard Queen Aline talking about the fixed drops, the mature hops flour, and it's supposed to like stimulate the vagus nerve and help the gut brain axis, so that if people are having trouble with cravings, it kind of helps them feel calmer, in a better place. That fight or flight, I think, is what makes us emotionally eat sometimes, because we're like, Dawn even says that if she feels stressed out about something, or something that's going on over at her work or anything, she will automatically make a bad choice about food, which then puts her on a cycle where eventually she'll be okay, but then she'll stop working out, and then it's just, you want more salt, oil, sugar, like you said, more vegan butter. Like I definitely, not that long ago, you guys know I went through that before I went raw. I just was like, it was like I saw a piece of bread. It was whole, Dave's bread or whatever that kind is, or Ezekiel sprouted. So I thought, oh, that's not going to do anything. But just like you said, that was a gateway bread that took me down, that path. And I even stopped eating the quinoa because the quinoa, I realized, even though it was like I was eating very high raw, it made me think about Chinese food and rice. And it took me down that path. Eventually, there I was eating Chinese food and rice. So it's just, it's like almost like I love when I don't know why I do that and go back to like torture myself in a sense. Like I love the vibe when I'm raw, but and if you let that little thing in, sometimes it feels like that freedom I was talking about in the book. Oh, it's the freedom because I should be able to do whatever I want. I should be able to enjoy life, but I enjoy the way I feel better than I enjoy that butter or that, you know what I mean? It's a shift in mindset and perspective. And then it's hard depending on where you are in your life, how old you are. Like I found that when I was younger, it was so much easier to lose weight, even in diets that didn't stick. It was easier. But now it's like that my belly, if I do end up like getting into like eating processed food or even processed raw food, like you can get, there's oils and stuff like that, and it just is harder to bring off. Hormones play a part in it. So yeah, it's an accident. It always is an accident because it's like, I'll just take a little bit of this. I'm strong enough. Me and Dawn were just talking about that, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. And then you have to pull yourself out of it, and then you're feeling great and good. And I'm at a point now where I want to continue on that trajectory. Like, why can't I just simplify life and just live on the fruit and the lettuces and let everything else in life stimulate me, all the good vibes and all the good feelings? Why do we need food? But I think since we were little, we were brought up to think of food is a reward. Food is how we connect during holidays. Food is how, like, I mean, even on movies we were talking about that, they have a big spoon full of a big tub of ice cream when someone has a breakup, or someone's going through a rough time, or when people are celebrating. We have cake. It's like there's no win situation here. Oil is bad. Yeah. It's like isolating the fat, and some people are like, oh no, this particular oil is healthy. I do eat it in processed dressings as I'm transitioning, but I'm really trying to get to a point where I never touch it again. And because I don't know if I told you guys this, but the last couple times I indulged in cooked food, um, I felt like my knees got really tight and my ankles started swelling, and I can just feel this tightness in the bottom of my leg. And I don't want to, getting to the age I am, I don't work out and move around as much as I should, which I'm working on that too, where I'm taking an hour every day to move, either on the bike, the elliptical, or both. Or now that it's getting nice, I want to start taking like walks. But definitely I have the elliptical near me and I have, oh, my mom, thank you, Mom, she got me a little under desk, one of those little cycles, like those little bikes you can just pedal with your feet. And so I've been doing that between calls when I can remember. But if I eat bad, I get so lazy I don't want to work out. And also I'm like, as we get older, and the salt affects us differently, and the sugar. And I don't know how old you guys are. I know Tessa's a lot younger, but when I got to be 40, it seems like these things, we almost have to put it in overdrive. And it's just good if you start where you are. Like if you and Carrie are young, then don't even put yourself in that situation. But I didn't even start this diet till I was 42. And I've learned throughout the time. So I'm like, now I'm just to a point where it's like, it's simpler when I'm just doing what aligns with me. Like if I say I'm going to eat this way, I'm just going to eat this way. Yes, it might be hard for a few days to get through it, but I've got to do it for my own health. I don't want to be not able to walk in a couple of years. I want to be able to enjoy the second half, Oh, wow, Carrie. Okay. So you're closer to me than I thought. That is awesome. Congratulations and happy birthday last week. Geez, nobody tells me anything. I didn't even send a card. Oh, e-card. Well, I'll make sure I say it now. I'm going to post a happy birthday to you on YouTube. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing. That would chase everyone away that already wasn't, that it wasn't a big live stream. They would be gone. People would be shutting their Facebooks down. Like, what is that noise? I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad, am I? Happy birthday to you. See? Dawn is actually a really good singer, and I'm trying to stop. I think we're leveling up as we go. I really want to stop drinking out of any plastic too. I've heard that's not good for you, but I'm still working towards that. I'm still just excited about increasing my fruit intake. Uh, but that is amazing. Well, congratulations. We're so wise when we turn 50. I'll be there in 2 years. I'm 48, so I think we need to look at it like we're getting wiser, right? Not older. That's what Dawn says. We're becoming of divine intelligence. And Dawn loves pancakes, so if she had been on this live stream, she would have already been craving pancakes. Nice. Me too. Maybe no, it definitely wasn't during the pandemic. So mine was about 3 or 4 years ago too. We're like on the same path here. We're just in two different time zones. That's amazing, and that's a huge accomplishment. I'm so proud of you. That is not easy to do. Depending on where you were in the process, but I really like started reading about what it does to my body, and like it was actually scary what happens when we're putting a lot of that toxic alcohol in. So, but it wasn't easy, and I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Yeah, tired of starting over, right? Like tired of just or tired of just tired because you have to go to work. I may have been taking it too like deep, right? I'm just tired. I was like, maybe she's just tired because she stayed up reading last night or something. But yeah, it's. I think you really could benefit from a little bit of a reset if you wanted to, of like going in, try to do like only raw food, at least if you do it till 4 and see how you feel, and then you might end up continuing on doing like a high raw type thing. That the energy I feel when I'm raw and when I'm not is completely different. But make sure you eat enough, especially if you're already used to dense foods in the beginning. Don't like make yourself feel restricted. Just eat until you're full, because the lower calories of that. Yeah. Oh, tired of being in arthritis pain. Arthritis, like you've heard my story with the back pain. I totally get it. Like it is no fun being a happy go lucky person and trying to be there for everybody else and be kind, and when you're in severe pain. So I feel for you, and I really think that food plays such a part in that. And if you're tired of the arthritis, you have to get to a point where you're tired of that. Like that means more for you to lean into being in the healthy food, because the food can do it. We've got the blueprint, for lack of a better term. I'm just stuck on that word lately. But we are lucky, as like most people don't have this knowledge or haven't gotten to this level of consciousness. We have it. All we have to do now, we've already given up animals. All we have to do is just lean into the healthier food and make that just as big of a conviction as it is that we won't touch an animal. And I think that's where we have to get to. Well, yeah, you can still have hot soup. I mean, you can have healthy soup, but just I think adding some raw food will help your energy level. But I think you should just have the hot soup as long as it's a healthy soup. Then I think my thing with soup is sometimes when I have it, I want to put too much salt in it. But you need some salt, so using the herbs and things like that. I think Dr. Furman I interviewed, he actually talks about making a big pot of soup. He does that, just really healthy soup. Oh, green vegetables. Oh, that's a good idea. So like the soup kind of heats them that itself, so they're not like mushy. I like that. We could come up with the carry diet, right? We could what do you like for breakfast other than pancakes, right? We could do like a smoothie bowl so it would keep it sweet. We could do like a pancake tasting bowl, like with maple syrup, a pancake smoothie. Oh, that would be cool. I'll have to come up with something for you. I'm going to send it to you. A pancake smoothie. Um, and you could even do pancake in the dehydrator if you wanted to, but or like a whole food plant-based pancake that would be healthy, that would taste okay after you eat it for a while. You're not going to remember the taste of the buttery ones. That's what people always say to me, because I'll be like, when I've tried like vegan food, and I'm like, this tastes just like a burger, and people that are not vegan roll their eyes at me, but I'm like, because I haven't had a real burger in so long, it starts to taste good. What kind of green vegetables do you like? String beans? Do you like beans like that? Or spinach? What else goes in? Do you like beans? No, you don't like smoothies? Okay, forget the pancake smoothie. We're going with the whole food plant based pancake. I used to eat these things from McDonald's called McGriddles, and they were like pancakes formulated around the actual inside. And I never came up with a way to make those in vegan, but I did get those. They had these little round pancakes that Don got once, and we got the vegan sausage, and I kind of made an imitation of them. But of course, that's not helping us. Hey, do you follow Kathy Hester? They do the starch solution. You should check out her channel. I think I had her on. Well, I did a couple times. She makes the vegan ice cream, but she has some really good recipes. She does a whole series of slow cooker recipes. She has a whole, I don't know if it's a book or a YouTube or something, a blog. She has all these recipes. And I thought about you with really liking soup. You could put it in before work, but be careful. Actually, don't do that. I don't want to tell you to keep that slow cooker on while you're gone. I can't eat seitan, cauliflower, chickpeas, those types of things. Yeah, like I would I don't I don't know. Like I go back and forth. I think a lot of people think beans are healthy, but because I'm so into the raw world, and I learned kind of from after I really got into it, I learned from Don Bennett, and he teaches a lot of what is not ideal for human digestion. Like even if it's in the produce section, it's not necessarily like good for our, and like cauliflower, cruciferous vegetables, while they have a lot of health benefits, some people, they don't agree with their digestion because they're so hard to break down. I wonder if that's what it is. Oh, nice. Okay, Clint Pattison. Okay, I'll have to check him out. I've never heard of him, but I don't know. Like, I have a lot of people whole food plant based on my page, but then when I also have a lot of raw vegans, and because I think I follow a lot of that, it comes up in my algorithm. But I'll definitely check him out, and I'll start looking. I did a whole. I don't know if you send that. We're on my list. Then I had an email that I sent out about the like inflammation. I think is what causes arthritis, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe this like inflammation reducing foods would help. There's so much yeah, I know. I still drink cold brew coffee. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like the weird raw vegan that still does. I need to give that up too. I've been talking about it, so we're on the same page, Carrie. We'll do it together. What do you think? I'm scared. I don't want to do it because I'm always like the same as you. I'm like, well, I got to go to work. I need to. But I know I could change it and have energy if I did a smoothie. I just have to. It probably would be over in like 2 days if we got off of coffee. 3 days. I mean, I quit I quit all of cooked food and all of meat overnight. We got this. But that really shows you what caffeine the hold it has, right? Oops, that message came up. Hey there, thank you for joining. I I do not know how to pronounce your name. Narunahar. Narunahar. How did I do? Did I do it right? Say yes if I did it right. If I totally messed it up, I'm so sorry. Rheumatoid Solutions. Okay. I know so many people that have arthritis. I don't know exactly what was going on in my back, if it was arthritis or not. It was something going on, but anyway, it went away. So thankfully, but now it's like I've got this thing going on with my knees when I work out, and that's how I know. Excuse me. That's how I knew I had to return to be like as much as possible fully raw and like lack of and not eat the processed food. But I have ate off and on. Sometimes I'll eat a processed food dressing just because I haven't found one I really like. And sometimes I don't barely eat any of it, but I'll want like a little bit of flavor, so I'll dip it. So I'm working on that. But oh, 16 beds. That's got to be hard, Carrie. I don't even want to make this one. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it with no caffeine. But I guarantee we will find some way to get through it. Maybe our energy level would naturally be there if we weren't depending on it. After that first withdrawal, a couple of days. Maybe we could transition with cacao and something like that. Or have you tried tea, or that doesn't is that what you drink, or do you drink coffee? Because like green tea could be something to subtly, like, some people talk about the health benefits of it. Does that do the same thing for the arthritis? And he advocates for raw food. Oh, awesome. For some reason, when you said advocates, do you know I read avocados? I must be getting hungry. I was reading he avocados for raw food. I was like, okay, he recommends avocados for raw food. And then I'm like, advocates. I'm so goofy. It is hard. It really is. But I'm gonna try to find a way to help you. I'm gonna research this so that we can do this together. We'll figure it out. We'll come up with a way. I think you were here meant to do that, to get me into that, over that hump too, because we're giving up little things, little, I mean, giving up everything, different way of eating after so many years. That's a positive. We have to look at the positive of that for you. And giving up drinking, that's another positive. It's just another layer that you'll unfold, and it'll come when it's ready, when it's time. And drink pre-workout, which is about 50 cups. 50 cups. How big are the cups? You can't be drinking 50 cups. Those little mini caps. Like, unless the cup was this, you're probably the fastest bed maker they have then. If I drank 50 cups of coffee, I'd be just doing 24-hour live streams. Even while I was working, I could multitask it. That is awesome. All right. Well, oh man, this has been so fun. I'm glad you got into a conversation with me, Carrie, because you saw me up here struggling, and then we found something to talk about. Look at that. That is awesome. Thank you. Well, I am going to hope that you have a pain-free day. I'm going to hope that you um, find the strength to get, at least add in some foods that you like that are also whole food, plant-based, and high raw, and that also you and me will get off of that caffeine, whatever it is. And Tessa, thank you for being here. I think she left us for the durian party, but that's okay. At least Carrie stuck with me. You weren't just lurking, you stayed. But I really do. I know how strong you are. I believe in you. And I just think we need to get excited about what makes us healthy instead of what makes us unhealthy, and we will be okay. All right, Carrie. Well, thank you. I knew it had to be getting time because you said you were on your way to work. And you have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And thank you to our new friend who popped in the chat. I appreciate you all. I will see you tomorrow on my next live stream at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you. I'm going to go make some salad or some fruit. No, fruit. I think it's still my first meal.